Hello and good evening, everyone. So here we are then, middle of the week, Wednesday. Hope you're all having a great week so far. Hi there, James Ibbotson. Just seeing you on the Crowdcast stream there. So let me go into screen sharing mode here and we'll crack on with some live value betting. So, and obviously I'll do my best to answer any questions that you may have in between if you want to drop those into the chat there. Of course, hi there, as usual, to everyone watching this, potentially watching this on the replay also. So on Rebel then, let's just see here. Of course, we've got the filter set up just using Bet365. And we can see there currently nearly 4,500 bets available across all the bookmakers, with 17 available on the filter selection I have right now, which is just Bet365. And we have the account here logged in. So there's currently a balance of £981.15. And we started this with £1,006 and I think a few pennies. I think it was 1,006.95 if my memory serves me. But there are currently 3 bets outstanding of £10 each. So if they were cashed out, excuse me, if they were cashed out there, we'd obviously be in a very, very slight profit at the moment. But, it's very early days. I think we got a few, how many was it? 7 value bets placed last night. So, of course, we're going to go again this evening. And the goal is to try and get 20 bets placed in between answering questions and going through various things at the same time. I've also got Each Way Sniper up here, which if I just go ahead and show you how this works quickly. So for those of you, if you're not really wanting to get involved using Rebel and that's not of interest to you, then another type of value betting is the Each Way value betting on horse racing using Each Way Sniper. Now, with this, there is a £1 trial. You get 14 days for £1. Obviously, link in description if you want to check it out. But it literally will just give you a suggestion like that. So Kempton, 7:30 this evening, so starting in 28 minutes. The horse called Zoo Run with Unibet at back odds of 9. That's saying is 101.96 as a rating. And what I do with these actually is on a Saturday, I'll press print screen and then I'll actually paste them into the Profit Boss members Discord group in the value alerts channel. So yeah, it's another way you could be alerted to these value bets there. And that one's just posted in there. So if you wanted to check if Zoo Run wins the Kempton 7:30, I know sometimes people will look at these bets that I'm suggesting and then comment like a day later to let me know if the horse has won or lost. So if you want to do that, I have no problem with you doing that. I find it quite fun. But whether it wins or loses, you've still placed that bet at value. So no matter what, over many of those bets, you'll find yourself in a nice profit. But all you do when you've placed that is you just click the X button next to the horse's name, and then that's it. It gets rid of it there. But I've got my sound muted so we don't get disturbed. So let me just put the notification sound back on, staying muted because we are going to mainly focus on Rebel here. So let's select this one at the very top, click on Bet. It's going to bring it up in a new tab. And this is the Asian Handicap first half, and it's on South Hobart. So we need to firstly find, so let's go on Asian lines, and then we're going to scroll down. So there you go, first half Asian Handicap on South Hobart, and +0 is what we're after at back odds of 2.075. So I've selected the bet there, and then we just double check that we've selected the correct bet. So again, Asian Handicap first half +0 South Hobart, and yep, that's correct. The back odds we want 2.075, and there you are, 2.075. So we'll just go ahead and place our £10 back bet on that, stake on it, and that's it. It's bet placed, and that's an expected value of 8.2% there. So now we can just click log on that. Excuse that slight banging there in the background. That's our French bulldog called Boss. Some of you may have seen him on the a couple of YouTube thumbnails he's featured in here on the channel, just to make him feel like he's included. But he likes to be asleep whenever I'm not live streaming, and then as soon as I go on a live stream, he likes to wake up and start banging his leg, making various other disturbing noises. But we'll go on to the next one here. So this is a fantastic 10% expected value, and it's the tennis player to win their first set. So it says their first set. And we don't need to try and pronounce that name. We'll just say it's the player with the name starting with the letter M, just simple as that. The other player starts with the letter G, Gerald, but this one is M. So we're going to go ahead and look for the letter M, and we're going to scroll down. There we go. First set winner. Player with the, I keep wanting to say team, but the player with the letter M there. And to win their first set, back odds of 2.62. And there you go. To win their first set, back odds of 2.62. And we'll go ahead, place £10 on that one and click done. And then, yeah, again, we can just click log, and that's a 10% expected value, as we've just spoken about. Again, worth mentioning for those of you that don't know how value betting works, basically, if you did place 10 bets on that exact sport, on that like exact kind of bet at £10 each, so you've put £100 on it, over time, over many bets, hundreds, even like 1,000 plus bets. Some people even say use a guide of at least 2,000 bets before you start looking at results. But I think 1,000 bets is okay. Usually, 9 times out of 10, 1,000's enough results. But you would make £10 profit for every £100 wagered on that. That's what that 10% means there. It's basically the odds are in your favor by 10%. So we'll go ahead and click log on that one. And yeah, just to show you, like we can go on tracker here. I can actually click last week, last 7 days of results. So you can see a few bets lost, then a few bets have been winning and put us back up into profit. Sorry, not into profit, so the black line, the dark black line is basically where our profit should be. And then the white line is actually where our profit really is. So what we'll find is the white line will follow the black line over many bets. But currently, the white lines, just the real world results, are currently beneath the closing line value line. But yeah, it's always going to go up and below, above and below that black line. But then over time, it's going to match it nicely. And yeah, we've literally, this is day 3 of using this account and showing the results on this. So of course, it's going to be all over the place now. Just haven't got enough bets on there for a really good recording there. But we'll go back to bets. And before I place another bet, so how many have we placed? Okay, we placed 2 bets now. Let's just go ahead and see. So I'm just seeing here. Okay, we've got 9 live viewers. Hi there, good evening to all 9 of you. Thanks for joining me here. I cannot see any questions in the chat, which is a surprise, I'll be honest. And usually I would expect a couple of questions. But I can see Paul Sheldon. Hi there. And good evening over there on the Crowdcast stream there. Crowdcast, if you don't know, Crowdcast is just the platform that I use for the VIP member streams on a Saturday there. So if you were wondering like why I'm using Crowdcast as well, and it's easier. It allows me to share my screen and then connect it to YouTube. And I believe there is so at the moment I think it's like £80 a month that I pay for Crowdcast, and I think there's the next level up, which I've had to pay a couple of times when we've been doing the Cheltenham streams, when more members have been getting involved. That's like £140 a month. Yeah, something like that, around £140 a month I pay for that one. And I could actually live stream with that membership to YouTube like I am doing now, but also the Facebook group. But obviously, most of the time, with the amount of members involved in those streams, the one below that's like whatever £70 a month or something like that, that's adequate enough. But it just means I can only live stream to YouTube as well, and not. I'd love to be able to stream to the Facebook group as well. But yeah, it's just you have to pay that extra £100 a month there nearly to get that feature. But I guess if anyone's on the Facebook group and they're interested in joining these streams anyway, it's pretty easy to just click onto the YouTube link. So I guess it's not that essential that I do need to stream to Facebook. But anyway, I'm ranting on. Let's go ahead and get on to this next value bet. So Asian handicap. -1 on, this is a soccer match. So the team starts with the letter D. So it's a DB, and we're just going to go ahead and find that bet here. So again, Asian handicap, we're going to click Asian lines. and then we can just check here. There's our team there, DB. Deportivo Binacional. That's why I don't like to pronounce the names. I just prefer to say the letters. The main Asian handicaps there is minus 0.75. We want -1. So we're going to, -1 on the standard Asian handicap. So we're just going to click on alternative Asian handicap, and then our team here on the left-hand side, scroll down, and there we are. There's -1 for our team, starting with the letter D. And we want back odds of 2.075. That's currently what is available on that. So we're going to click place bet and then click done and go ahead and log that. That's another one. So the third bet of the stream then placed at 8.4%. So I'll go ahead and log that one. Then the next one here, not quite as good as those first few that we placed. So 10%, what were they? So we can go, if you ever forget, if you ever think, oh, what were those value bets that I placed? Just go to the tracker and we can literally see. So bet placed. So those others here, so the last 3 today's, and then these others were placed yesterday. As you can see there, it says 15th of August. But these last 3 then, 6 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, and 14 seconds ago. So the ones we placed so far on the stream have been at 8.2, 10.0, and then 8.4. So really, really good. You could say they probably average at, what we're talking, around sort of 9%, just under 9. Yeah, about 9%-ish, something like that between the 3. So really, really good. But we'll go back to bets. Yeah, this one, 5.6. So we'll click on bet. It is a shame. Imagine if you could, with this software, imagine if you could connect your account and then you just click bet and it literally would place the bet for you on the bookmaker account. So you wouldn't even have to go over and find the bet. Maybe I can suggest that to Rebel and see if there's anything they could do with that. That would just be insanely cool. But maybe there isn't. Maybe there's too much work that would go into that. But this is another Asian handicap. So we'll click Asian lines. We're after the team, starting with the letter FC. So minus 0.75 for FC. And it's not going to be there. It's minus 0.25 there in the main market. I want minus 0.75. So we'll click Asian handicap. Alternative Asian handicap. Scroll down on the FC side. Look for minus 0.75, which is that one. The minus 0.5, comma, -1. So obviously in between 5 and 1 is the 0.75. And the back odds for that currently are at 2.50. And we can see there 2.50 is exactly what we want, thankfully. I've found 99% of the time, Bet365, whenever a value bet is suggested here on Rebel, the odds will be there and available for you to get on. I think it's happened to me maybe 2 or 3 times out of so many bets, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe over 1,000 value bets that I've placed with using Bet365 and Rebel. Yeah, always they are pretty much there. But I always say do just double check anyway, just in case you want to go, okay, yeah, we want back odds at 2.5. Select it at Bet365 and just make sure that they are still there. But yeah, in this case, they were. So I'll go ahead and click log. And we now have, okay, there's actually 6 value bets left now. It was much busier on Monday and Tuesday evening. Tonight, not as busy with the value bet. So we're getting close to running out there. I don't think we would run out. I think there'll be more bets that come in. But I think Monday evening when we went live at 7, there was like 30 something bets available. And I'm pretty sure it was the same last night. But tonight, not so busy. But you're always going to find that, like, obviously weekends are the very busiest. Sort of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, very busy. And then during the week, it's going to be more quiet. And especially during the evening, like the ideal time for value betting would be during the day if you're doing it in the week. But yeah, you can still get bets on in the evening, but it's just not going to be as plentiful if you were doing, I guess if you were multi-accounting and you wanted to place lots of bets, you could actually have a system where you have, say you have 3 sets of accounts. You would have 3 smartphones, and then on each phone, you would literally be able to place the same bet. So I would click on this one here, and then on each account, just go select it, place bets, and then go to the next phone, select it, place bet, next phone, select it, place bet. And yeah, you wouldn't have to like find each account's own bet, would you? That, you know, it's an option, but yeah, you could absolutely just place the same bet across all the accounts there. But let's see. So Jeremy K, hi there and good evening. And oh, I've just seen one like on the stream this evening. So thank you, whoever you are, that one person that's press the like button. It's massively appreciated. I know I say it all the time, but the like button being pressed, it just means that people are enjoying the streams that I put on here and the videos and whatnot. I always check whenever I put a video live on the channel, how many likes is it getting? And then that kind of gives me an indication if I've done a good job with it or not. So yeah, oh, and I see 4 likes now. So thank you to those extra likes. But Jeremy, they're just saying, do you have a graph for your results using this software? I was like, grap, what's a grap? But no, obviously there's just a H missing there. So a graph for the results using this software. So yeah, with Rebel, absolutely. You just go to tracker in the bottom right-hand corner, and then you get in the top left there on the tracker. So there's a little graph there, which you can toggle between. So 1 week, last 7 days, and then you can go to 1 month, and then you can go to 3 months, and then 1 year, and then all. And you can get like a rough kind of report of how it's going. And on my all graph there, you can see how I said before earlier in the stream, you've got the black line, which is your expected profit line that you should follow. And then the white line is your real world profits. So you can see my white line is literally, it's gone above the black line, but then it's literally stayed exactly the same across it. I think that's because of me switching up the stake amount. So when I was first testing the software out, I was using £5 stakes. Then I jumped it up to £20 stakes, and now I'm using £10 stakes. So yeah, there's a bit of if you just use the same stakes all the time, that would be a more linear kind of report there. But a great way, if you look on the right-hand side here above the, these are like the bet results here. You can like scroll down. You can even set this page to show the last 100 bets of results there. It gives you like a running total of what profit you're in. But this little toggle menu here, if you click that down, you got like this quick guide to basically what your results have been. So all the bets that I've either placed with real money, or some of the bets I have logged when I've been in like paper, they call it like paper betting mode. So you're just logging the bet as if you've placed it, but you've not actually used real money on it, basically. I was doing that actually to start with when I was testing to see if Rebel betting worked or not, because I didn't want to risk any of my own money. And I'm sure there's been people that have said they've started the free trial, link in description, of course. They started the free trial and they didn't even use their actual own money. They just logged the bet as if they had placed it with real money, just to see what the results would have been. But you can see there, CLV profit, so the expected profit I should have made based on these bets I've placed, or paper placed or real placed, £2,932. But the actual profit, so this is £4,828. So the actual real world profit that I've made is way over the closing line value profit. Now, that's not to say that you would have exactly the same result. Like some people would have a CLV profit, closing line value, of say 2,932, exactly the same as me. But their real world profit could be, say, £2,000 flat. So you could be like 932 underneath the closing line value. But then over time, what I would find is my profit would go back towards the CLV profit, and the person that's under the CLV, theirs would go higher up again. So it's always going to even out and match it in the long run. That's what you got to remember there. Don't be sort of discouraged if you see your closing line value profit is really good, but your real profit is like not so good, because as I say, you've just got to carry on placing the value bets to see the variance to the end there. And you can see the average value bet that I've placed is 7.59%. And then the closing line value has been 5.57. So just because you place a value bet at 7.5% value on average doesn't mean that the event is going to give you that return. It's not guaranteed. It's just, that's why it's called expected value. So the actual return I've had is 5.5%, 5.57, which is still great, but it's 2% less than what my average value bet has been placed at, basically. So just if you're new to value betting, these are just like basic things that you'll come to understand and be aware of as you get into it, basically. But let me see here. Oh, David Hill, hi there and good evening. So saying, hi, Chris, thanks for doing these insights. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining me here. I was doing these streams before the summer break, and I do enjoy them because I know that it helps people sort of get into value betting and get their head around it quicker. So it's fun for me knowing that people are benefiting from it and then making really good profit like much quicker. And yeah, I hope it's fun for everyone that watches. And yeah, you can just learn it much, much quicker than if you basically were trying to figure it out by yourself. But yeah, I only stopped doing them through the summer break because I found that a lot of people are kind of not giving up on value betting, but just slowed down with their value betting because not as many sports are on. But now the sports are really, really coming back into full swing. I expect a lot of people to really get back into this and get started with it again. And you welcome there, Jeremy K saying, cheers for showing the results. Yeah, absolutely. And Jeremy K there. Oh, and if you want to see results as well, when you check out the, so of course, free trial to Rebel Betting down in the description, or this link here that I've left as a pinned comment in the chat. If you click on that link, yeah, you can pop in your email address, get your 14-day free trial to Rebel Betting, and there's no credit card, debit card required. Just put your email in. And also what you can then see when you joined up is on the community page. If you're interested in seeing people's results, go on the community page on Rebel, and there's literally a whole post, a whole thread about members putting their results on there. So it's quite good. You can literally go on, see what people are genuinely making in profit, and there's people always sharing the results on there. So you can see it's like a genuinely great way to make money online through using Rebel and value betting. I know I was definitely, I think most people, when they hear about Rebel, I was very sort of cautious about getting started with it because you're literally just placing bets and not laying them. So I think people from a matched betting background as well, that's a bit of a red flag because you think, oh, okay, need to lay these bets to make any money. But with value betting, once you kind of understand that, the basis of how it works and you see other people's results, then you can get comfortable with really getting into it and using it. But let's see. Oh yeah, Jeremy K saying, what made you drop back down? Stakes, please. Losing streaks or loss of confidence in the software? So no, basically what happened was I was doing value betting on my own accounts, and basically I eventually you will get you'll get gubbed, and then you'll be state restricted, and then you'll have your accounts closed down. Like, this is not something that you can do forever and profit from forever, but you can do it and make several £1,000s from it. Don't get me wrong. But the bookmakers are always going to sort of close you down eventually, because if they didn't, as I mentioned before, you could literally bankrupt any bookmaker doing this if they didn't restrict you. So I was using my own set of accounts. I had the option for other multiple accounts, but with running YouTube and trying to make content for the channel as well as 2 other YouTube channels that I have, I just have a lot, and I'm actually a full-time dad as well. Like, that is my main job, is a full-time dad to my 3, nearly 4-year-old daughter. So yeah, to try and do YouTube and then also to try and do value betting, I couldn't do it. So what I did was, I actually said to people on the Match Betting Facebook group, does anyone want me to do value betting on their account for them? Just open a Bet365, pop $2,000 in there, and I'll do it for you. And I was using £20 stakes on that person's account. And that was before summer, the summer break. And then, because I wanted to get started doing this again, I just said on the members live stream on Saturday, basically the same thing. Does anyone want me to do Rebel betting for them on their account, pop £1,000 in there, and I'll do £10 stakes. So it wasn't like I didn't preemptively think, oh, I'm going to drop my stakes down because of this or that. It was just because I'd mentioned put £1,000 in instead of 2,000. So yeah, that's why basically. As I say, I would have the option if I really wanted to try and set up. Well, I actually have several Bet365 accounts currently set up that I could use, but the amount of extra admin work involved. So now basically I do value betting to show people and help people get into it. That's my main focus, essentially, is helping others make money as much as possible rather than doing it for myself, basically. But let's go ahead while we're here, because I've noticed the time, got a few more minutes. But we will be live again. Yeah, we're Wednesday today, so we will be live again tomorrow evening at 7. But let's go ahead and select this next bet here. So this is another Asian handicap, first half on a soccer match. So let's go ahead. Firstly, then we'll click Asian lines. We can see that it's on the team starting with the word Swift. So we're going to go, okay, Swift is here on the left-hand side. We want minus 0.25 on the first half. So we're going to scroll down, and there you go. First half Asian handicap for the team Swift. There's plus 0.25, and we don't want that. As I said, we want minus 2.5. So we're going to scroll down even further. See, I could have just accidentally clicked on that because it's first half Asian handicap, but plus 0.25. So here we go, alternative first half Asian handicap, and then our team on the left still, and we're going to scroll all the way down. And where is it? There we go. So minus 0.25 is this one. The 0.0. No, actually, sorry. That's, let me just see. Okay, that's strange because that is saying 0.0 minus and then comma minus 0.5. But you select it and it's actually saying comma plus 0.5. Okay, that's a strange one. Let me just select... That's weird. That should not be. So, and that's not the correct back odds that we want either. So I think that bet may have gone. See, this is why you double check things. So we want minus 0.25 for first half on the Swift team. And yeah, Bet365 are very cheekily, they've renamed it there. The correct bet, when you select it, is then renamed to plus 0.5. And the back odds, we wouldn't have placed it anyway without checking because the back odds there are 1.26 and we want 1.95. So that's definitely not the bet we want. So all we do, we click remove and we cancel the bet off. And then we just go back to the main. Well, you don't even have to go back to the main screen. But that's why it's crucial to check every single detail. The odds were way different. We wanted 195, they were 1.26. So definitely wouldn't have placed that, but that was a hugely different bet there. Cheeky Bet365 just altered it at the last minute on us there. But Asian handicap here, another one. Team starts with the letter A, and that's for plus 0. So we click on Asian lines. Team here starting with a letter A, and plus 0 is just there. Back odds are 2.2 on the main Asian handicap, not the first half Asian handicap. And yeah, we want 2.2. There's 2.2. Double check the team. Yep. And double check Asian handicap plus 0. That's all good. So then we click on place bet, click on done, and then we can log that. That's a 5.2% there. And I do try not to do things too quickly, but this is me trying not to do it too quickly. Usually, if I'm doing like value betting without being on a live stream, I could literally place like probably 4 value bets in a minute, like just without, because I think the whole talking it out slows it down. And then as I'm talking it out, I then like question myself, like, did I even talk that out correctly? Whereas when you're just like not live streaming, because I assume most people value betting won't be live streaming, so it'll be much easier for you. You can just be placing the value bets like boom, 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 straight through there, not sort of taking much extra time like I am here. But let me see here. So Connor Medlin, hi there, good evening. Says, hello, Chris. What do you see the CVL? So I think you mean CLV, closing line value. profit isn't actually accurate in terms of predicting an average profit. I think maybe the average value is more accurate. Okay. And then Connor also putting, so CLV seems lower, but I've not seen loads of members' results. I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I've always kind of gone off the closing line value profit as the number to kind of. So if we just go on before we wrap things up here, we just go on the tracker here, drop down this here. So you're saying average value. Is that what you're saying? Average value. Yeah, you're saying I think maybe the average value is more accurate. So average value there. Yeah, mine is, as we mentioned earlier in the stream, 7.5%, and the closing line value 5.5%. I mean, I would personally rather go off the closing line value of the lower percent, because as you can see there, it says the average value of your bets just before match start, i.e. the closing line, your yield will get closer to this over time, as in the money that you're bringing in from it will get closer. Whereas the average value, you could take a value bet at, say, expected 9.0%, like 9% expected value, but it could actually close and the actual value you get off of it when the match starts could be like 4%, if it dropped from 9% down to 4%. So yeah, that's why I think the CLV is a better, in my opinion, but it's a better sort of measurement to go from of what kind of profit you should be making. And that's why I think they add in that closing line value profit 2,932 rather than like an average value potential profit there. So yeah, that's just my opinion. But obviously, if you're thinking that you're better off going off the average value and that sits with you more comfortably, then I have no problem with you. Everyone's going to think about these things differently. But I would say on the whole, I'd probably look at CLV instead of the average there. But let me just go ahead and let me come out of screen sharing mode. And I am going to say thank you so much for joining me this evening. And as I say, we'll be live again tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. for the final time this week here on YouTube. I can't believe it's Thursday already tomorrow. These weeks just fly by. Once you get like to the age of 30, anything after the age of 30, like every single week just goes by like you blink and another week is gone, basically. But yeah, we'll be live for the final time on YouTube tomorrow evening, and then on the members live stream Saturday morning for the VIP members and Saturday afternoon. So of course, link will be down in the description. I think it's the very bottom of all of the links down in the description. If you wanted to join me and the other VIP members on a Saturday, you can go ahead and check that out there. So yeah, thank you for joining me then, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow.